China's SUV market is no longer just about aggressive pricing or fast-follow engineering. The latest generation is increasingly defined by software maturity, ownership confidence, and global usability. In this ranked countdown, we move from promising but more niche executions to the most complete and internationally credible Chinese SUV for 2026. At number 5, the 2026 Xpeng G7 enters this list as a thoughtful but still somewhat specialized product. It's not trying to be everything to everyone, and that's both its strength and its limitation. Let's be clear about who it's not for. If you want traditional luxury cues, maximum third-row flexibility, or the kind of brand reassurance that comes with long-established global players, the G7 may feel a bit focused. It leans heavily into technology-first ownership. Where it does make sense is for urban, tech-forward buyers who value intelligent driving assistance, clean EV packaging, and modern interior ergonomics over traditional SUV ruggedness. In real-world terms, the G7 solves a very specific problem in today's EV SUV market: how to deliver advanced driver assistance and solid electric range in a package that remains relatively efficient and manageable in daily city use. Its battery sizing and software stack aim to reduce ownership friction rather than chase headline numbers. However, its positioning still feels somewhat niche globally. The ownership ecosystem, service footprint, and long-term brand trust outside China remain developing areas. That's why it earns the 5th position, strong in its lane but still evolving in broader credibility. Moving to number 4. The 2026 Zeekr 9X shifts the conversation toward premium presence and broader family usability. If the G7 is technology-focused and urban, the 9X moves the discussion toward scale, comfort, and a more traditional sense of SUV substance. This is not the right SUV for buyers seeking maximum efficiency or compact city maneuverability. The 9X carries real physical presence, and with that comes the trade-off of size and complexity in tight urban environments. But for buyers who want a modern Chinese SUV that feels closer to established premium expectations, the 9X begins to deliver a more globally familiar experience. The real-world problem it addresses is clear: many Chinese EV SUVs still struggle to convincingly bridge the gap between high-tech interiors and genuine premium ride comfort. The 9X works hard to close that gap. Its platform tuning, cabin insulation, and seating architecture suggest a vehicle designed for longer journeys and family comfort rather than just urban commuting. Range figures matter here mainly because they support confident highway travel rather than short-hop efficiency. In China, this positions the 9X as an upwardly mobile family SUV. Globally, it starts to feel credible, but not yet fully class-leading in polish, brand maturity, or long-term trust. At number 3, the 2026 Aito M9 marks the point where the balance becomes far more convincing. By the time we reach the M9, the conversation shifts from improving Chinese SUVs to genuinely competitive global products. This is not an SUV for minimalists or buyers who prefer purely mechanical simplicity. The M9 is deeply software integrated, and long-term satisfaction depends on comfort with a highly digital ownership experience. Where it stands out is in composure and balance. The M9 addresses one of the biggest challenges facing modern large SUVs, delivering true flagship comfort. At number 2, the 2026 Xpeng X9 raises the emotional and experiential bar further. The X9 represents a major step forward in how Chinese manufacturers are thinking about space, comfort, and user experience. Strictly speaking, this isn't the right vehicle for buyers who want traditional SUV styling or off-road credibility. Its design and packaging lean heavily toward people moving efficiency rather than rugged versatility. But for modern families, especially those prioritizing second and third row comfort, the X9 solves a problem many SUVs still struggle with: genuinely usable 3-row space without excessive bulk or inefficiency. The real achievement here is packaging intelligence. Interior flexibility, flat floor benefits from its EV architecture, and thoughtful seat ergonomics make daily family life noticeably easier. School runs, airport trips, and long-distance travel all benefit from the X9's layout decisions. Range and charging performance matter primarily because they support this family use mission. The goal isn't performance headlines, it's ownership predictability, comfort consistency, and low friction over time. In the Chinese market, the X9 feels forward-thinking and lifestyle-focused. Globally, it begins to challenge established premium family movers in a serious way, with increasing confidence. And finally, at number 1, the 2026 Lynk Co 900 earns its position through overall completeness. It doesn't dominate because of one dramatic feature. It leads because it feels cohesive. This is not the SUV for buyers chasing the lowest possible price or the most experimental tech showcase. Its strength lies in something more difficult to achieve: balanced maturity. The 900 addresses one of the most important real-world challenges facing Chinese SUVs today: global trust. It combines modern electrified powertrains, thoughtful interior design, and increasingly proven platform engineering in a package that feels ready for broader international acceptance. For families and professionals who want a large electrified SUV that doesn't feel like a first-generation experiment, the 900 makes a compelling case. Its powertrain strategy focuses on usable range and smooth daily drivability rather than headline acceleration. Cabin execution emphasizes long-haul comfort, material quality, and noise control, areas that strongly influence ownership satisfaction over years, not months. Just as importantly, Lynk Co.'s connection to global engineering resources and its expanding international footprint give the 900 a layer of long-term confidence that some competitors are still building. It sits comfortably in the upper-tier family SUV space. Globally, it feels increasingly credible as a mainstream alternative rather than a niche disruptor. And that broader readiness across technology, usability, ownership confidence, and market positioning is what ultimately secures